Hey guys, I'm going to be doing an upgrade on my computer. I figured I'd take you guys along with me. The operating system I'm using right now is Zorin OS 10 or 16, and I like it. It's after a while I don't even notice a difference. I'm not even using Windows, so. But anyway, one thing I have noticed on my computer is that it drives a little bit slow, so I'm going to try one of these. The first time setting it up, so we'll see if we're running into any problems. I don't know if these are supposed to have some kind of heatsink or something on them. I'm going to do a little research on that. I don't want to cook it, but I do know the board that I have in the computer now doesn't have a heatsink. It just has a screw to mount it. But what I'm going to do is quickly do a reboot in Linux to show you how long it takes to reboot. And then we'll try that after we do the upgrade. Okay, here we go. Mind you, it's not going to have the prompt because I got two operating systems as dual boot. So this actually is not probably the best test, but it may make a difference. Still booting. You would think if this is Linux, it'd be a little bit quicker. This is one of the issues I had with Windows. I'm starting to think maybe there's something wrong with the board. That's one of the reasons why I grabbed this drive. I think my SATA controller is going bad. I've already gone into the BIOS. All the settings are set properly. It's just slower than hell. And it's on every channel. Like I think there's like, 5 or 6 channels on there. Or hard drive SATA connectors, and all of them are slow. So, don't know. 2 hard drives later, and it's still slow. Last resort, we'll be trying to flash the BIOS, but I'm going to leave that because last time I did that, I killed the board. It was a bad experience. Oh my god, this is taking forever. It is loading though. It's got a solid LED light on the tower, so. But this is way too slow, even for Linux. So. There we go. Cool. So there you go. We'll take it downstairs and see if we can actually install this thing. I've already serviced it once already. I had to change the fan. It was clogged up with dust and everything else. Surprisingly though, the dual rad mod that I did on this is still working pretty good. It's not gurgling or anything, it's still chucking the heat. It also helps that the rads are higher than the pump, so. There it is. A little bit of dog hair in it. I think some compressed air can't fix. Now the slot for this drive is right there. I'm still going to have to take the card out and get it out of the way to get in there. It didn't come with any screws, so I'm going to have to do some digging to find that. Let me take the screw out of here, get this out of the way, and then I'll find the screw and then I'll bring it back and we'll install it and see if it'll take an OS. Yeah, and this is why it's a good thing not to throw out the box that the motherboard comes with. This was sitting in the bottom, and going through those screws for like 15 minutes There is nothing in that container that is this small. Like, this screw for the board is puny. It's crazy. I mean, if I have a screwdriver for that, yeah, it should fit. Alright, let's drop it in. Oh yeah, this is fun. The trick to doing this is without dropping the screw in the case, which is probably something I'm probably going to end up doing. I'm going to have to do this off camera. The pain getting that in there. Maybe if it's not your first time, but for me it was, and the screw just wouldn't fit in there. I got it. Yeah, better off to flip it on its side. At least if the screw falls, it's just going to land on the board. It's not going to fall down into the case. That's about it. I'm going to drop this in real quick. Oh wait, let's unplug these hard drives. This way I don't have to take the side off. And then we'll try it like that. We'll install the operating system, and then we'll go back in and work on the hard drives. For whatever reason, this adapter does not want to go on. It is installed. I had to change the monitor out because the other one only had VGA in. It didn't have digital and everything else, so it's useless to me. Everything is set up here. The video card is just sitting there on the tip of the cable. I'm hoping it doesn't short out. Guess not. No smoke. All the hard drives are unplugged, and it works. And there you go. All right, let's. Hopefully, this is good to go. Just have to plug it in and reboot it. Hopefully. Nope. Only the front USB work. These ones here are all software related, so they won't work unless you install the software in the OS. It says try or install Zorin OS. Try install a Safeguard. Try the first one. Loads really fast. It's going to be a fresh install. Hopefully it picks up the drive. I might have to set something. Good password. Yeah, it says you need at least 8.6 gigabyte disk space to install, and this computer only has 8.2 gigabytes. So obviously, it's not detecting the SSD. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reboot, and maybe it's have to enable it in the BIOS or something. I still couldn't get it to initialize. So what I ended up doing is taking the card out, reseating it, and then it worked. There's probably dust in the socket or whatever. Regardless, it's up and running, and it's giving me the options now to install. I already do password in that. And we're off. This should take a bit. And then once it reboots and it's finished installation, what I'll do is I'll either change the boot or unplug the hard drive with the old OS on it. And that should be it. You'll see how quick it is once we take it back upstairs and plug it in. Took a while. I found out that the card wasn't actually formatted, so I formatted in FAT, EFFAT, because it's Linux anyway. Once I did that, then I booted up into Linux, did the setup. It detected, but what else did I have? I had another issue where it wasn't detecting, so I had to reseat it because there was some dust in the socket. Finally got it up and running. Now it's installed, and I ended up disconnecting the old drive that's in there. I'm going to leave it in there in case something does happen to that, and then I can have a backup. I just plug it back in and I'll boot from that. But I just wanted to show how quickly it boots now. It is faster. And there you go. Looks a little bit different, but it's got to do some more updates and everything else. Over time, it does updates, but I'm happy with that. Break. Seriously? Oh my god. So all my hard drives that are in there are up here for my YouTube and everything else. I just have to basically install the software, which they have here. And there's a lot of software that goes with it. Even stuff for editing video, editing pictures. So it's working now. I'm in the basement, so the internet's not the best down here. But you get the idea. Lots of apps. I like it better than Windows, sorry. I mean, if I can, everything I plug into it detects. It's easy to edit videos with. It doesn't seem to give me much issues with that or anything else. I'm totally happy with it. And it has a decent browser that works. Yeah. Cool. That's it. Quick and easy. That's definitely difference in speed. I'm not going back to SATA after this. Later, guys.